Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Romans 12:21. This is no small instruction. Paul isn't offering a motivational poster for the Christian wall. He's laying down a law of the Spirit, a moral and spiritual architecture. At first glance, it may sound like simple advice. Avoid being bad, try to do good. But brothers and sisters, if that's all we hear, we've missed the power in this word. Paul is not giving us a rule. He is revealing a dynamic, a movement, a structure of redemption unfolding in real time. Listen carefully. Do not be overcome by evil. What does it mean to be overcome? To be overcome is not just to suffer wrong. It's not merely to be wounded or mistreated. No, to be overcome is to be reshaped by evil, to let its logic enter your bloodstream, to let its rhythm guide your next steps. It means that evil has not only touched your life, but is now conducting your behavior. When someone strikes you and you strike back, not from justice but from bitterness, evil has won a second time. When hatred calls out and you answer with hatred of your own, evil has expanded its territory. When pain turns you into someone who spreads pain, oh, then evil is no longer just around you, it is through you. You see, evil is not a static thing, it's a force. It has momentum, it multiplies. And Paul says, do not let it. Do not become a vessel for it. Do not let evil pass through you to others. You may be struck, but do not strike in kind. You may be betrayed, but do not become a betrayer. You may be hated, but you must not become a hater. Do not be overcome. But what then? Should we stand still while evil moves? Should we only retreat, withdraw, survive? No, that is not what Paul says. The next line changes everything. But overcome evil with good. Here now, the logic reverses. Evil is not the only force with agency. Goodness has power. Goodness is not simply the absence of evil, some passive silence waiting in a corner. Goodness moves. Goodness acts. Goodness transforms. And Paul says, take up the weapon of goodness and go into the very territory evil claims and push it back. You see, this is where the verse becomes not ethical suggestion, but spiritual revolution. Paul is calling us not to avoidance, but to intervention. Evil advances when it convinces us that our only choices are revenge or retreat. But the gospel reveals a third way, the way of Christ, the way that breaks the chain entirely. Look at the cross. Evil gathered its full strength, mockery, betrayal, torture, death. And how did Jesus respond? With silence, with withdrawal? No. He responded with love, with sacrifice, with forgiveness. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That is the divine strategy, goodness, inserted into the heart of evil's system. Not by pretending evil isn't real, but by refusing to let it have the final word. The cross does not deny evil, it confronts it and overcomes it. And now we are called to do the same, to be agents not just of avoidance but of interruption. When evil hands you its script, you do not read your lines, you tear up the page, you rewrite the story. That's what it means to overcome evil with good. And friends, hear me, this is not weakness, this is not naivete. This is the greatest power known in heaven or on earth. For anyone can return fire when fired upon. Anyone can hate in return. But it takes divine strength to absorb evil without echoing it, to feel the heat and still speak peace, to be cut and still offer healing, to be cursed and to bless. This is the holy reversal. This is the breaking of the world's cycle. This is how the kingdom comes. So you ask, how do we do it? You start small, but with sacred seriousness. You take the insult and answer with dignity. You meet betrayal with quiet honor. You respond to cruelty with kindness, not because the other deserves it, but because you are not theirs to shape. You belong to Christ, and He is not overcome. And every time you choose the good over the easy, every time you step out of the world's logic and into God's, evil loses ground. Every time. Yes, evil still shouts. Yes, it still wounds. But every act of good is a hammer blow to its foundation. And the good you do doesn't just resist evil, it replaces it. It changes the temperature of the room. It calls light into darkness. So the question is not, what is evil doing in the world? The question is, what are you doing in response? And if your answer is to become like the world, then evil has done its work. But if your answer is to become like Christ, to forgive, to love, to build peace where others wage war, then you are not overcome. You are the overcomer. For in the end, Paul is not telling us merely what not to do. He is inviting us into the very strategy of heaven. Evil conquers through replication, but good conquers through transformation. And when you do good in the face of evil, you are not just avoiding sin, you are reversing the tide. This is the logic of the gospel. This is the machinery of redemption. And this is your calling. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Amen.